So, how might theosis impact the way that we see iconography?
Mhm. So the New Testament, Saint John of Damascus says that iconography is licit because of the incarnation. That in the Old Testament, iconography was not licit because God had not made himself known in visible form. In the New Testament, God has made himself known in visible form. And because we worship God according to the mode of his self-disclosure, that's what it means not to be an idolater, that God comes down to us and we go up to him afterwards, not the other way around. Because he has disclosed himself to us in incarnate form, we must worship him appropriately according to that pattern. And the New Testament kind of cashes out this logic actually in some detail. In 2 Corinthians 3, for example, St. Paul, using the language of glory, using the language of our transfiguration into divine glory by our being incorporated into that divine glory, St. Paul links the Old Covenant with hearing. In the Old Covenant, they hear the book, but now we see the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. Or St. John in the Gospel of John. This is a major theme. I encourage people to go through the Gospel of John and pay attention whenever he refers to hearing and whenever he refers to seeing. And note how often the second commandment is actually being alluded to when these themes are appearing. St. John says, "We have seen his glory, glorious of the only begotten Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. No one has ever seen God, but God the only Son, who is in the bosom of the Father. He has now expressed him." We see this theme recurring again and again throughout the New Testament, that the Old Testament, the Old Covenant, is about hearing, because God was sealed away in deep darkness. He says to the people of Israel, "You saw no form, you only heard a voice." But now in the New Testament, God has disclosed his form in the person of Jesus Christ, and it's important that we honor him appropriately.